You know, I thought that you actually had to be a good team to make the second round of the NBA playoffs, even in the Eastern Conference. I really believed you had to be at least a decent team, a competent team, to make the second round, right? The first round, that's when the scrub teams, your teams like the Celtics, like the Wizards, your scrub teams get eliminated, okay? In like 5 games usually. That's when they get kicked out. But the second round, that means you're a good team to make it this far. Or at least that's what I thought. Because the Milwaukee Bucks apparently did not get the memo. Because their team is hot fucking garbage. They're absolutely, pathetically getting whooped by the Brooklyn Nets without James Harden. In Game 2, the Nets bent them over and beat them like a Victorian child who asked for an extra crust of dry bread. Alright? They are massacring them, and I am incredibly upset by this. First of all, because I absolutely can't stand the Nets and their fans. Screw you if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan. You know you weren't a fan of this team before Kyrie and James Harden and Kevin Durant got there. Don't try to tell me you were. Nobody was. Nobody on this planet was. You were a Knicks fan, or hell, you were probably a Lakers fan or a Warriors fan before, alright? Don't try to bullshit me. You know it's true. So screw them, screw their fans, screw the fact that they've got this super team being built, and no, I don't believe in them. I've been saying it all season. I'm still taking the Sixers over the Nets if they meet in the conference finals. But screw you for getting 3 superstars in your team and for getting guys like Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge to just join because they're ring chasing and people just let them go from their team. It's some bullcrap, okay? I can't stand the way this team was constructed, and I can't stand their fans. So I really wanted the Milwaukee Bucks to just come out and beat their ass, okay? And as soon as James Harden got hurt, I thought that was it. Coming into the playoffs, I had the Bucks winning the NBA title. When they swept the Heat in the first round, I confidently had them winning the NBA title. When we get to Game 1 against the Nets, and James Harden gets hurt literally 47 seconds into the game, I had the Milwaukee Bucks winning this series in like 5 games, maybe even a sweep. Instead, they have done nothing less than crap the bed to the highest degree possible. I can't believe how atrocious this team has been. Game 1, they only lost by 8 points, but they had their worst 3-point shooting game of the entire season. And you know what? I wasn't worried after Game 1. I said, they had their worst 3-point shooting game of the whole season. It happens sometimes when you're a jump shooting team. The Nets played well. Whatever. They're going to come back in Game 2. Then Game 2 comes around, and they lost by 39 points. 39. Not 10, not 20, not 30. 30 freaking 9 points. How in the world? And it's not even... It gets worse, because it's not even like the Nets played amazing or anything. Kevin Durant had 32 points. Kyrie Irving had like 20-something. Okay? Like a high 20-something. It's not like they went off. 32 points is a normal game for Kevin Durant. He didn't drop 50. Kyrie Irving didn't drop 50. Joe Harris didn't even have like 30. Okay? This was a normal game for the Nets. They only scored 125 points total, which is a pretty reasonable amount for this team with how much talent they have. The Milwaukee Bucks, who were the number 6 offense in the league this season, against the Brooklyn Nets, who are the number 23 defense in the league this season, they scored 86 points. How the hell do you score 86 points against the Brooklyn Nets? I could probably go out there and score 86 points against the Brooklyn Nets. Are you kidding me? This team's best defenders are Nicholas Claxton and Bruce Brown, and neither of them start or play starters minutes. What in the world? Giannis had 18 points. He's being guarded by Blake Griffin and Kevin Durant, and he had 18 points. Pathetic. For this series, he is averaging 26 and 11. 26 points, 61% from the field. That's fine, I guess, but we need more than 26 points from you, Giannis. We need more than 26 points. This is the easiest defensive matchup you are ever going to face in the playoffs in your career. in the second round, and you're averaging just 26 points. We need more. Not to mention, excuse me there, not to mention, he's shooting 20% from the free throw line. 20%? Again, I could go out there and I could shoot 20% from the free throw line with my eyes closed. I'm not even kidding. 20%? It makes me so frustrated, okay? I actually like the Bucks. For the record, if you couldn't tell, okay, as much as I dislike the Nets, I also kind of like the Bucks. I'm a Sixers fan. I obviously would never cheer for the Bucks over the Sixers, but in general as a team, I like this team. I like Drew Holiday. I like Giannis, okay? I like their team overall. I have been the minority who has been supporting Chris Middleton for the last several years. And he is making me want to cry right now. 15 points on 30% shooting, 23% from 3, 50% from the free throw line. Why the hell does no one on this team know how to make free throws? Chris Middleton had a 50-40-90 season a year ago, or like 50-40-89 or something, and he's shooting 50% on free throws. Giannis is shooting 20%, Drew Holiday is shooting 30%. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? How do none of you know how to make free throws? Brook Lopez is making all his free throws. I'm losing my mind here. How do you shoot 30%, Chris Middleton? You're being guarded by Joe Harris. Drew Holiday is the only one of the big three who is semi-competent in this series, and he's still only shooting 45% and 33% from 3 and 33% from the free throw line. Are you guys kidding me right now? I know you're on the road, and I can forgive game 1, but 2 games in a row, this is pathetic. Again, the Nets are the 23rd ranked defense. The Nets do not have James Harden. You just swept the Miami Heat. What? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about this team. They are pathetic. They are a joke. I had them winning the championship, and they can't even score 90 points against the Brooklyn Nets. What in the world? Brook Lopez has been pretty good. He's shooting 50% from 3. He's shooting 57% from the field. Honestly, I'd like more from him, but he's doing a good job. 15 points a game, that's a lot more than was expected of him in the regular season, and his defense hasn't even been absolutely horrible. Bryn Forbes cannot make a 3 to save his life. PJ Tucker cannot make a 3 to save his life. Bobby Portis literally can't make a 3 to save his life. He's yet to make one in this series. He's been awful. I don't even know... I don't know what to say about this team. Jeff Teague has sucked. Pat Connaughton has sucked. Thanasis has been, okay for what he is, but I mean, we know he's trash, so that doesn't mean anything. Justin Jackson, Elijah Bryant, I don't even know who these guys are. I don't know what's going on with this team. I had them beating the Nets in 5 when James Harden went out. Again, the Nets aren't even playing that well. Kevin Durant is averaging 30 points on 56% shooting, 50% from 3. That's an amazing stat line, but for Kevin Durant, that's also a pretty normal stat line. You expected that. Kyrie Irving is only averaging 24 points a game on 47% shooting, 37% from 3. He hasn't even taken a free throw yet. He hasn't even taken a free throw yet in this series, guys. Come on. The rest of these guys, Mike James is shooting less than 40% from the field. Blake Griffin's been really good, but again, that's on the Bucks because he's Blake Griffin, and I know he was pretending to be worse than he is when he was on the Pistons, getting himself traded, but, he's still not that good. Joe Harris has been a sniper. Hey, Milwaukee, this guy's good at shooting threes. I don't know if you guys knew this, but he shoots threes. That's kind of his whole thing, so maybe play defense on him just a little bit. Thanks. Even Landry Shamet is shooting well. Nicholas Claxton's shooting well. Reggie Perry is shooting 75% from the field and 67% from 3. I don't know who that is, okay? This is a joke. This is a joke. You're getting cooked by the Nets bench warmers, and you can't play defense, and your offense is even worse. It's a joke. It's pathetic. The Milwaukee Bucks have to get it together. Please. I like this team. Like I've said, I like Giannis. I want to see him win. But holy crap, I mean, you can't even blame this all on Mike Budenholzer. Like, he hasn't been a terrible coach or anything, but he's not the one making Chris Middleton shoot 30% from the field. That's just Chris Middleton being a bum. He's just a bum. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this team, but they have been absolutely pathetic so far. I can't believe it. Their defense needs to be better. You cannot play help off of Kevin Durant or Joe Harris. They're good three-point shooters. You idiots. And their offense is the real issue. I still can't believe they only scored 86 points in a game against the Brooklyn Nets. That's probably the lowest anyone scored against them this entire season. No, I'm not checking that, but I legitimately wouldn't be surprised if it is. They are not a good defensive team. Giannis, you need to be averaging 40 points a game. Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday should both be averaging over 20. Chris Middleton specifically should be averaging close to 25. You're supposed to be the second scorer. Everyone on this team should be having the easiest series of their life on offense, and they're not, because they are a joke, and they are playoff chokers, and I really, really, really hope that they prove me wrong after I make this video, because a lot of teams do that. I make a video about them, and then immediately I look like a fool, okay? People coming at me about Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell throughout these playoffs because I said they weren't superstars. Good. I hope this happens with the Milwaukee Bucks. I want them to win. I want them to win. I want them to come back and sweep the Nets the rest of the way. I really want them to win. Bucks, please get it together. I can't stand to listen to fucking Brooklyn fans. I hate them so much. They don't have James Harden. Can't reiterate this enough. They don't even have James Harden. Get it together, please.